This is top of mind for me because I've been making weekly keyword breakdowns for my SEO program, Compact Keywords. So I've been looking at keywords in lots of different niches. And today I looked at keywords in personal injury law. Now, if you don't know about personal injury law, the CPC on keywords in personal injury law is ridiculous. It's like hundreds of dollars per click for keywords within law, specific law niches and personal injury law. Hundreds of dollars per click for paid ads. If you're running paid ads on Google for keywords around personal injury law, the CPC can be hundreds of dollars. Now, I'm going to talk about this niche because you would figure that a niche with $100 CPCs would also have some of the best SEOs that there are. It would also be doing incredible SEO. And what I saw was shocking. And here's what it is. You have all of these lucrative keywords, especially ones at the bottom of the funnel where searchers know what they want and they're just looking for a brand that's going to give it to them. And very few, if any, law firms were actually targeting their keywords exactly. They put their keywords, what they would do is some law firms, they would have pages with lots of text on the homepage. So they would have these homepages with tons of text trying to target all different types of keywords with one specific page, which is their homepage. And maybe some of them are doing black hat link building, but the ones that actually went out of their way, and there were so few, the ones that went out of their way to target keywords directly, to actually put the keyword in the page title, at the very least, put the keyword in the page title. That is the most important place to have your keyword. The ones that actually did that ranked number one, and it was just easy. They just ranked number one. That's all they needed to do. And if you wanted to dominate personal injury law where CPCs are so high because getting clients is so lucrative, because it's such a lucrative niche, that's why the CPCs are so high. That's why the cost per click is so high. If you wanted to dominate that niche, all you would need to do is find a bunch of keywords, bottom funnel keywords, and there's so many of them. Oh my God. So find a bunch of bottom of funnel keywords and create individual pages targeting each of these keywords. And here's what you do. And the page could be like 415 words too, because you don't need to have thousands of words of text as lots of other law firms were doing, because they're targeting so many different keywords at once with one page, which doesn't even make sense and doesn't target them well. The real way to rank number one for these keywords is to make dedicated pages for them. So you make a services subpage /services, yourlawfirm.com /services. And then in that services hub page, you link to all of your different services, which are really just keywords, bottom of funnel SEO landing pages targeting these different keywords. And so you have pages dedicated to different keywords. And you take that keyword and you put it at the beginning of your page title, you put it at the beginning of your meta description, you put it in your URL, you put it in your H1, in your top heading, and you put it at the beginning of the first sentence of the page. And you write around 415 words of the page, you put in reviews. You could, oh my God, you could make videos going after these keywords where you have one of your lawyers literally talking to the camera, and it's just him talking to the camera or her talking to the camera. And you use something like Descript to remove all the gaps between words. Like I'm going to do with this podcast after I record it. I take any gaps between words that are over 1/4 of a second and I reduce it to 0.1/5 of a second, 0.15 seconds. So my minimum word gap in this podcast is 0.15 seconds. Now, if I was doing a short form mobile video for YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or TikTok, I would make it 0 seconds. So I would have that lawyer who is speaking to the camera take any gap between words that is over 0.25 seconds, make it 0 seconds, because then it flows better. And then you just put captions over it, and Descript, which is what I use to edit my videos and my podcast, automatically transcribes text. So you can just paste a transcript track in a different style over that. You can make this video in 5 minutes. And so you have a lawyer targeting all these different all these videos targeting all these keywords. So now you're being covered by your videos, but you're also being covered by the pages on your site. And you can take these videos and you can put them in these bottom funnel SEO landing pages to have higher retention for the pages. So you have the videos that are targeting the keywords, the pages that are targeting the keywords, the videos on the page to increase retention. You have the keyword in the page title, have a higher click-through rate and rank better. And no one's doing that in such a lucrative niche. Holy moly, nobody's doing that. You put in reviews, you put in descriptions, you put in FAQs, you put in images, you put in top companies who use your services, if that's applicable to you. And you can reuse a lot of these things across these bottom of funnel SEO landing pages. You link to blog posts that have been written by your firm, and that's it. You could include the LinkedIns of some of the lawyers at your firm. You could do something like that. You have a call to action button that goes to a forum on your site, and you make so many of these pages, and it's so easy to dominate because nobody is doing this. What I expected when I looked at personal injury law was to see, just to put in any keyword, even like the most minor keyword. And I just expected across the board to see complete perfect page optimization for every page. And what I saw was the opposite of that. And it's just because the law firms don't know what they're doing. And the ones that actually did, they were ranking well because they were just using the keyword and in the key places, the page title, meta description, H1, URL, beginning of the first sentence. The ones that actually did that, they didn't really have a lot of backlinks going to their page. They didn't need it because they were targeting the keywords so exactly. Google is so much smarter than a lot of people think. I talk with people who are doing black hat link building, and to me, it's kind of funny because they hire these freelancers, and maybe even they're paying some of them like decently, but most of them they're not. And they're doing black hat link building, and it's like you'd think that this freelancer who's maybe making, I don't know, several tens of thousands of dollars a year at best, or like at best $100,000 a year. You think this freelancer, and that would be high for a link building freelancer who's probably outsourced to a low GDP per capita country. You think that this person is going to be able to outsmart a team of Google's engineers who are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, $250, $500 a year, like high paid Google engineers, a team of them. And you think this person is going to outsmart them. And maybe this person can outsmart them for like a few months or maybe even a year at best, but then it's going to come and catch up with the website. And and actually, I think a lot of black hat link building that's being done these days, Google just sees through it and just immediately discounts the links and doesn't even look at them. Some websites get penalized, other websites it just has zero effect, and it's a complete waste of money. If you want to use your money well, create a lot of pages, and each page targets a different keyword, and that keyword is at the beginning of your page title and meta description and H1 and URL, and target your search intent. Think about what searchers are doing. Something else that I saw when I was making these weekly breakdowns for compact keywords. This is something that I'm doing to prevent stealing for the compact keywords program, because when this comes out, actually I just sold out the initial release yesterday, and now I'm working really hard to get this up as fast as I can because like the initial release is sold out. People love it, but now I need to make this live. I literally was delivering to the people in the initial release because it's not that many people, so I was willing to take the risk. I was delivering all of the materials just with a Google Drive link, but I'm not going to do that with the full release. So I need to get this all live. There's some things that I want to rewatch and just make sure it's perfect. And one of the ways that I plan on stopping people stealing this, and people will steal it, that happens. Hopefully, if you're listening or watching, hopefully you pay for it instead of steal it if this is something that you want. But I'm going to have these weekly breakdowns that send out to the email address that is used to purchase the program. And it's 15 of these videos every week breaking down a different compact keyword. There's 35 main videos, which you get right away. And then there's these 15 weekly breakdowns, which look at a different keyword each week. And it looks at the SERP of the search engine results page each week. And so I've been making these videos in advance, and I've been seeing all these different niches. And number one, it's across the board. People are not targeting their keywords properly. That's like the most basic thing, to put it in all the places that I said to put in the places. Number two, there was something though that I saw this morning that I really liked, and it was just a company that was really thinking about search intent and the searchers who were landing on the page and what this company was doing. In the page title is what you see in the Google search results. And so what you do for that page title is you think, why is this person searching that keyword? What does this person want? And then you put the keyword into the page title, but you also put what you think that person wants into the page title. And so I'm going to give an example, actually. I said I wasn't going to give any keywords. I'm going to give a keyword. And one of the keywords that I looked at was hard wax beads. That was a keyword, hard wax beads. And this is a more competitive SERP, actually. Funny enough, the hard wax beads SERP is more competitive than these personal injury law SERPs, which is crazy. There's more companies that are targeting their keywords properly. and not completely properly because they're not all putting them in the right places, but they have higher page optimization scores. But this hard wax beads, and it was ranking number 1. And the reason that it was ranking number 1 was because it has high click-through rate. And the reason that it has high click-through rate is it was thinking about what the searcher wanted. So its page title was hard wax beads for hair removalers. I think that's what it was, or hard wax beads for hair removal. And then it had like this dividing vertical line, and it had like, it was called, I think, stripless wax. And so it said for hair removal because it thought, okay, someone is searching, the person who made the page thought, someone who is searching for hard wax beads, what are they looking to use these hard wax beads for? For hair removal. So then they put in for hair removal. And that increased click-through rate to such an extent that they were ranking number 1 for this keyword, which was actually a bit more competitive. And it's still actually, someone like me, I looked at these pages, and so I made this video. Here's how you could outrank this really easily, because it was not targeting hard wax beads properly. It didn't have it in its H1. It had it in its page title. It didn't have it in its H1. It didn't have it in its URL, not the exact keyword in its URL. It was going after more keywords than just hard wax beads. And there's a lot of stuff that could be improved, but it was still enough to rank number 1 for this. And what really did it, I believe, was that it thought about search intent. And I thought that was so cool, just how specifically it thinks about search intent. So if you're making a page and you're making a page title and you put your keyword in all these basic right places, which is so easy to do. Oh my gosh, please do this. So if you had done all of that, also think about, why is somebody searching this? What are they looking for? And how can I show that my page addresses this so that they are most likely to click on my result? And if they click on your result and you make a page that satisfies their intent so that the retention is high, they're going to stick around on your page, and that's going to make you number 1. It's really that simple. Google likes to see high CTRs, high click-through rate, and high retention so that the searcher isn't bouncing back and forth. That's what I wanted to record. I wanted to go on a rant about this. I've been thinking about it now for the last couple of hours this morning, and I can't believe, especially in a niche as lucrative as personal injury law, I can't believe that companies aren't targeting these keywords properly. And then once you target these keywords properly, think about search intent. So to me, it's so easy. Oh my God, there's so much money to be made with SEO still. People think like SEO is done, and there's so many companies that are just doing it wrong. Also, I've said this a million times, don't go after top of funnel keywords. A customer is like, these are the keywords that I want to go after. And they were all like, what is, how is, why is? And I'm like, homie, that's top of funnel. I said, that's top of funnel. You want to do bottom of funnel. And hard wax beads, that's more an example of like bottom of funnel. But what is personal injury law? That is top of funnel. Actually, personal injury law firm is more top of funnel because you're looking at different firms. When you make things more specific, it's more bottom of funnel. And yeah, this person was just a million top of funnel keywords. And it's like, okay, target the keyword properly, think about search intent, and stop going after top of funnel keywords because they are being taken by Reddit, they are being taken by user-generated content, or they are being taken by AI. And this is like bottom of funnel, target keyword properly, think about search intent. I sound like a broken record, but it's crazy how many companies are not doing this. That's what I wanted to talk about. This is episode 497 of my daily digital marketing podcast, The Edward Show. Thank you so much if you are watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for your listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you are doing search engine optimization, I hope you will do these things. Thank you to everyone who bought Compact Keywords and sold out the initial release. I can't believe I sold out the initial release. If you want to learn about Compact Keywords, compactkeywords.com. You can give an email address and be notified when it becomes live again. That is all that I got for you today, and I will talk to you again. I'm feeling so good. Hope you're feeling good too. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.